Going on, everybody? So we got this little Nissan Frontier that we went and picked up a couple weeks ago. We're gonna be doing an LS swap on it, and today I'm gonna try to get this motor and transmission out, at least get that done. Way we can see what it's gonna take to get the LS mounted up in here. Probably gonna have to build some motor mounts, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Gotta get my tools rolled over here. The owner of this truck, that's his daily right there, that little Toyota 4Runner. They was working on it, trying to put some brakes and stuff on it. Got them on there last night and went to bleed it out, and daggone things won't pump up. So it turns out his master cylinder's bad, and they'll be over later to get that thing fixed. But get my tools rolled over here, and we're gonna try to get this little motor out. Trying to figure out if I want to pull the front cap off like I did that S10 or not. Now, this thing has a lot more room under the hood than the S10, so I don't know. I might at least pull the core support out of the way. It's just nice to have as much room as possible, especially when you're doing a V8 swap into something that comes with a 4-cylinder. I don't know. I guess we'll just start taking stuff apart, and when we get to that point, we'll see. I think what I'm gonna do is just pull the radiator, pull everything apart, get it ready to come out, and we'll see where we're at as far as room and all. And then I'll decide if I'm gonna pull this core support out or not. Start getting stuff out of the way. There's so many wires and hoses on this thing. I'm just gonna start undoing crap. Well, see if I could get any of it freaking unplugged out of here. I'm not cutting any of the wires on this because like temp sensor, oil pressure, stuff like that, I don't know what's what yet, so I'm just taking everything loose because I want to try to reuse them. That way we can make the factory gauges work. Temp sensor here, oil pressure. I don't know where the hell it's at. I ain't really worked on these little Nissan motors very much. Done a head gasket on one probably 10 years ago or 12 years ago, and then when I had my little hard body, done water pump, stuff like that, minor stuff on it. As far as the motor swapping and stuff, gauges and all that, I don't know what's what. Oh! Oh, down there. There you go. Man, every time I think I got all the daggone plugs undone, freaking 3 more pop up. Figure out where all these daggone hoses go, get all them unhooked. Starting to get naked though, making a little progress. I got 2 screws in this knee, and then my foot down there, I can't stand on it very long, so had to crawl over in here. It ain't like a square body Chevrolet, but I can get half myself in here. My buddy just stopped by, one that owns the S10. He dropped off the intake for it, carbureted intake for LS. He said he's gonna get up with me this evening. Wants me to drive my truck over to his house, get the rest of the parts he's got, so hopefully we can get that done. And also I got something for the CT in there, something been needing for it pretty bad. I'll probably show that in the next video or so, but something we've been needing pretty bad. I got all the wire harness off, radiator stuff's out. I'm just trying to get these daggone all these hoses and lines off. Fuel lines here, them jokers are stuck on there pretty good. I'm trying to get them off. Once I get all that, get the motor mounts, and then we'll probably put it up on the ramps there, get everything underneath it undone, and then hopefully we can get her on up out of here. One good thing about this motor is it's got spots there to hook a chain to easily. Let's see how these motor mounts. So I guess maybe I can just undo that one bolt there. There's something on the back side, that's the thing though. there any way to get to the back side? Maybe. I don't know. The other side over here. It's a little harder to see. You get to. Get all them daggone wires out of the way. I got that motor mount bolt undone and off, but this one over here, I can't get down there to it to get a wrench on it. So what I'm trying to do is unhook all these wires from all their destinations so I can try to move them back there out of the way. I got my little path cleared and I was able to get the wrench on it to break it loose. But the way that piece is made, and with the oil filter on there, which I can't get off either because it's covered in power steering fluid and it's slick as hell. I got the wrench in there, I was able to get it broke loose, but the way all that's made, it'd take me about 3 years to get that nut off of there. And since we ain't gonna be putting a 4-cylinder back in here, I'm just gonna take and cut this piece off right across there, and then I'll be able to get the wrench on it, no problem. I don't know why they made the mounts like that. They could have just made that part flat right there, and it'd been easy as hell to get to the motor mount. Sometimes I think they just want to make stuff hard for people. All right, so I got it cut. Couldn't cut it all the way because the way my daggone blade is made, it's got that little flare in it, so I lose like ½ inch of daggone cutting material. But as you can see, I can get the daggone wrench in there now pretty easy. It's still gonna take me a few minutes to get it off. Finally got it. Still took me 10 minutes. Had to do this right here. Had to go flip the wrench over a little bit, flip the wrench over a little bit, flip the wrench over a little bit. I think I got the majority of stuff up here. Both motor mounts are undone. You know, most of the wire harness, most of the hoses all undone. I'm sure there's probably something still connected back there somewhere. I think what I'm gonna do now is get it pulled up on them ramps and get underneath it and start undoing everything underneath. Yeah, all the shifter stuff is on the passenger side on this. I'm used to always being on the driver's side. Alright, put the 2 bolts, transmission mount. That's the cooler lines. That's the exhaust here. It's all welded together. Oh well, never mind. Man, them things are in rough looking condition. Ooh. I don't know about them. I'll spray them down with some liquid wrench. We'll try them anyhow. If anything, I'll just whack her off with the old Metabo. Come on. I think we got pretty much everything under here. I just ended up cutting the exhaust off right there. And daggone bolts, I wasn't even trying to fight with them. I tried to get one to break loose and it just rounded off. So I said, screw it. I wasn't gonna fight with it, but I think we still got a couple little wires and stuff hooked up. But as we come out with her, we'll unhook what's still hooked up. Find a chain to hook on her, and then we're gonna see how much of a pain in the ass it's gonna be to come out. That should work. Broke loose here. Got some stuff hooked up. I guess that's the transmission lines. Goes in right there. Couple wires right there. I think I'm gonna pull this off too. Well, finally got her out. Wasn't too much of a a hassle. I mean, that motor mount over there was a pain in the ass. But other than that, it wasn't too bad with the motor out of there. Looks like we're gonna have plenty of room to work with. Get all that stuff over there cleaned up, done away with. That's the, I guess, the cruise control box and all. I don't know if he's gonna wanna try to hook that back up or not. Ended up leaving the core support on, but I don't know. I might end up taking it out whenever we go to put the LS in it. And then again, I might just leave it. We'll see what happens. I'm beat. I'm wore out. I reckon I'm about to go in, get me a shower, and kick back. And tomorrow, I got a little something for my C10 we might throw on there. But y'all just be on the lookout for that, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.